Hello and welcome. Dr. Andy Rosenfarb here. We're going to talk about cortisol today and the importance of cortisol as it relates to your vision. May or may not know what cortisol is. Cortisol comes from inside our body. It's a natural anti-inflammatory that helps control inflammation. If you've been following me, you're aware that inflammation is one of the main factors that drive your progressive vision loss, whether it's macular degeneration, Stargardt's, retinitis pigmentosa, Usher syndrome, glaucoma, eye strokes, so on and so forth. Inflammation is a major component to a lot of conditions, and managing inflammation is very, very important. So we have a lot of ways to manage inflammation. We could use supplements, we could use diet, we could use exercise, but the best way to manage inflammation is to help our body's natural anti-inflammatories take care of the inflammation on its own. How do we do that? Glad you asked. So cortisol, as previously mentioned, is a chemical compound produced by the adrenal glands. Okay, the adrenal glands produce this chemical, or release this chemical cortisol throughout the day, and it's called the diurnal cycle, or a biorhythm. Okay, so at night, what happens when we go to sleep and go to bed in the evening, the body will release cortisol in the evening. It's like a dump. We have this cortisol dump that starts, around 10, 11 o'clock at night, and we'll go through the early hours of the morning. And then around 4 or 5 in the morning, those levels will start to decline and the cortisol levels will drop. So this is a natural circadian rhythm where the body will release cortisol in the evening, so that will help as we sleep with the anti-inflammatory actions. That's part of a repair, rest, and recovery, a restorative sleep that we get in the evening. So under normal circumstances, we go to sleep, our adrenals are functioning, our cortisol levels are appropriate. We go to sleep, we're going to have this cortisol surge or cortisol dump when we go to sleep that's going to help assist with the repair, recovery, and act as an anti-inflammatory. So the cortisol is more like a fireman that come and just put out the fires to control and quell the fires. Now, what happens sometimes is our cortisol levels will not, are insufficient. So they will not, in the evening, won't have this cortisol surge. And what happens is we don't put out the fires at night. We don't address the inflammation. Our bodies simply won't cool down at night as it should. So, and that can happen for a lot of reasons. Usually because the adrenal glands are either stressed or fatigued, and or because our sleep is interrupted. We don't have a good sleep pattern. We're either using caffeine or nicotine, or we have disturbed sleep, or we don't have a good sleep. Maybe we're taking too many sleep medications. There's a whole host of reasons. But again, the idea here is to get back to a restorative sleep and assist our body with these natural circadian rhythms to restore the cortisol anti-inflammatory function. That's very useful for vision preservation. So getting regular sleep is very important. So this is why we talk a lot about having good, sound sleep cycles or good restorative sleep at night. Very, very important for anti-inflammatory. Now, if you suspect that if you're under a lot of stress, you're on a lot of medications, or there's a lot going on in your life, you could be suffering from adrenal dysregulation or adrenal fatigue. Or your just sympathetic nervous system is so stressed up and amped out that your mind's either going, you just can't settle down at night, or maybe you wake up in the middle of the night, or maybe you wake up too early and you can't stay down. So maybe it's a sleep problem, maybe it's a hormone adrenal problem, maybe it's a stress problem. So if you can reestablish your natural sleep cycles on your own, then do that. You can use exercise, meditation, nutrition. We're going to have a whole big segment on sleep, but I just wanted to talk about this as a quick way to help improve your sleep cycles. So one of the products that we use, as many of you know about, is cannavision, right? This is our natural CBD product. It's very, very high potency and very, very pure. Now, what CBD does is it helps assist the body. It helps assist the body to relax by improving this circadian rhythm so that we have this cortisol surge at night so we can repair, we can deal with this inflammation and not have accelerated vision loss. So if we take cannavision CBD at night about an hour before we go to sleep sublingually under our tongue, it will help our body's natural sleep cycles restore. We can get to sleep, our mind starts jabbering, we can stay asleep, and also we may not wake up so early. Maybe some of you guys are waking up 4 or 5 in the morning, can't get back to sleep. So again, the CBD is an effective tool supplement that'll help us restore these natural circadian rhythms. That for most of you guys, that will be enough to help re-engage these cycles, these natural sleep cycles. It's almost like training wheels, just to help support you to get back there. Now, if that's not working and that's not enough, we could start looking into other tests and other factors that are going on. We could do adrenal saliva hormone panels to check your cortisol levels and your adrenal stress or adrenal fatigue levels. Certainly we could look at things like sleep apnea. We could look at chemicals that you're putting into your body, stress factors, anything else that could be contributing or negatively impacting your sleep cycles. So we're going to wrap up with that. This is just a short little bit to help you guys understand a little bit about cortisol and CBD, or cortisol and cannavision, how they work together to help improve your recovery by increasing your cortisol, which helps their anti-inflammatory effect on your body so that you can recover and preserve your vision long term. Very, very important to manage inflammation as a part of a long-term holistic strategy for vision recovery and vision preservation. So I'm Dr. Andy Rosenfarb with AcuVision, where your vision is our mission. Take care.